Guys, what's going on? James here, and I have a couple of more coaching announcements that I'm going to be making here in the next couple of videos. And the first one that I want to talk about is Todd Bowles has been hired by Bruce Arians to be the defensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now again, this is another move that not only myself loves, but a lot of national media loves, a lot of Bucs beat writer loves, and a lot of the Bucs fans in general love. And when looking at Todd Bowles and his coaching history, it is very extensive, okay? He was a former player. He played for teams such as the Washington Redskins, San Francisco 49ers, and the Redskins again. But after he was done in his playing career, he was able to transition into a very long tenured coaching career that has started back in 1997 when he was the defensive coordinator for Morehouse College. He would then go on to Grambling State, and then finally he would make his way into the NFL as a secondaries coach for the New York Jets. He would then go on to the Cleveland Browns, where again he would work as the secondaries coach all up until 2004. He would be the secondary coach for the Dallas Cowboys, and so on with teams like the Miami Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles. He was actually the interim defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles back in 2012 until he eventually became the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals from 2013 and the 2014 seasons. And then finally he would be promoted to the New York Jets head coach from 2015, and he was just released this year, and now he is named defensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And me personally, I really like that move a lot, okay? And let me tell you why. Because, you know, Todd Bowles' record is not the best, okay? As a head coach, he was 25-35. There's certainly a lot worse coaching records, you know, Dirk Cutter's included, but it's not all about his head coaching pedigree, because he's not a head coach right now. He's a defensive coordinator. So what has he been able to do with defenses in his time throughout his coaching career? Well, he's done a lot of good. He's done a whole lot of good. His defenses have been very good pretty much everywhere he's went. Even with the New York Jets, while you can say that their team wasn't successful as him under the head coach, his defenses always did at least perform pretty well given the pieces that they had. So in all, this man knows how to run a defense. During his time with the Arizona Cardinals back in 2014, he actually won Assistant Coach of the Year in 2 categories, both for the AP NFL and the PFWA NFL Assistant Coach of the Year. So he has 2 Assistant Coach of the Year awards, which is pretty darn spectacular if you ask me. It was what his work as a defensive coordinator that got him hired to be a head coach in the first place. So that's pretty darn special if you ask me. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, he ran a 3-4 back with the Arizona Cardinals, so are the Buccaneers going to run a 3-4? Now, that is still going to be up in the air. That's still going to be very debatable because, yes, while he did run a 3-4 back in Arizona, you got to remember he also ran a 4-3 back whenever he was the interim defensive coordinator for Philadelphia. Now, I know he was the interim defensive coordinator, so he probably couldn't switch to a 3-4 right away, but I still think it'll be interesting, you know, regardless of what he's run in the past, he's going to run the type of defense that fits this team the best, be it keeping it a 4-3 or making it to a switch to a 3-4. Regardless, you know, he's going to fit the scheme to the players, you know, kind of what you should do. You shouldn't force things, otherwise things don't end well. Cough, cough, Mike Smith. But yeah, I think Todd Bowles is probably one of the better defensive coordinator options that could be out there. And I know, okay, I know, cautiously optimistic because we had that whole freaking business with Mike Smith and the type of thing that he was. This could easily be a similar situation, but you know, we still have to be positive. We still have to be optimistic. I like this hire. I think some of you guys will like this hire as well. And I know that a lot of people are going to complain and say, oh, we're the Tampa Bay Cardinals now. We used to be the Tampa Bay Falcons. Now we're the Tampa Bay Cardinals. Well, no duh, we're the Tampa Bay Cardinals is my response to that, because what do you expect to happen? It's Bruce Arians' former staff. You know, look at this picture up here. There's Bruce Arians right there. Of course he's going to hire guys that he's familiar with. That's what any head coach does. You know, I mean, he's not going to hire a ton of people he hasn't worked with before. At the end of the day, it is a business. Cronyism exists. Cronyism is a thing. And Todd Bowles and Bruce Arians, they're friends. So yes, while we're the Tampa Bay Cardinals, of course we're going to be the Tampa Bay Cardinals. We're going to be the Tampa Bay anything from a head coach we hire. If we hired Mike McCarthy, we would have been the Tampa Bay Packers. If we would have kept Dirk Cutter, we would have been the Tampa Bay Falcons. If we would have brought in Chris Richard, we would have been the Tampa Bay Cowboys. It just happens. It just happens. New head coaches bring staff members that they're familiar with, and they're usually familiar with staff members that they've worked with for former teams. That's just what happens. But anyway, that little rant over. All in all, I like this hire. I think it's going to be awesome. I really think it's going to improve the defense a ton. If I had to, if Todd Bowles, or if Mike Smith is right here, Todd Bowles is like all the way up here, okay? Like, I think Todd Bowles is going to be a way better defensive coordinator than Mike Smith. Mark Duffner, you could have made the argument to keep him, but ultimately he didn't work with Bruce Arians that much, I believe. They might have worked together here and there. I honestly don't know. I haven't done the research of it. Maybe they will end up keeping Mark Duffner as the linebackers coach. We'll just have to wait and see on that one. But for right now, Todd Bowles is going to be our defensive coordinator, and I am very happy about it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section below. I have a couple more videos to make, such as the offensive coordinator position, which is probably going to go to Byron Leftwich, and also some other positional role videos I'm going to be making here real quick before I have to go to sleep, because I have work tomorrow morning. But yeah, let me know what you think about all this down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.